What is up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be going over how I was able to make over $3,000 in less than 3 hours, I would say. So I'm gonna do a little trade breakdown, and then I'm gonna talk about what I'm expecting to see this week coming up. So without further ado, on Nas, we had a great sell-off on Friday. And the reason for taking this trade was because we're at a daily fib level from this point here. So from here to here, I drew my fib, and we're in my key area. Whenever I'm using my fib setups, I pay attention to these number here, the 78 or the 88 fib level, because those are where you're able to like get really good entries, sniper entries as well. So seeing that it was off this fib level and it was near resistance here, let me go to the 4 hour. So here it was right at resistance. Price came up. There was resistance here. Price eventually came up to this area and threw a double top at a key resistance area. So this is just added confirmation and confluence to why I was selling. So we get this double top here, as you can see on the 1 hour. And not only that, you get a big pin here. So we had this big pin to the top showing that the buyers got rejected and that we had a lot of selling pressure. So what I did was I simply went down to my 5-minute time frame and looked where I could enter. I had sales originally around here. However, I closed once it started making support here. I thought price would eventually buy up. However, instead of buying up, it sold harder. So once I seen that price was able to break below this support that it created, I got in for a sell and rolled this all the way down to the next support area. So pretty much what I'm looking for is higher time frame confluence to see if price is either at a support area, a fib level, is it at a resistance, and then seeing what pattern that the market is showing or what price action that the market is showing in those key areas. So that's very important. So you got to have your higher time frame bias. And then once you're going down the time frame, then you look for your entry confirmation. So for me, what I looked for on the 5-minute, which is my entry time frame, I seen that we had divergence here. If you could look at my RSI, we had divergence. And then we're starting to break structure. So we're starting to create lower highs on the 5-minute, which aligned with my 4-hour analysis. And I targeted the nearest support area because price typically reacts at these strong levels. Whether support resistance, you will get some type of movement. Now, support and resistance will be broken. However, you will see some type of reaction. So that's why I didn't want to risk any, profit. So I pulled out right above here, caught about 2,100 pips. And yeah, and then price, as you see, it hit this area, which caused a reaction for price to continue buying up. So I was out the trade by then. So really, really easy setup. This is mainly what I look for when I'm trading indices. I'm looking to see what the higher time frame is doing. Now here we had divergence here. US 30 setup was a little sloppier. I would say Nas was cleaner for sure. But because I knew Nas was selling and showing selling pressure, that kind of gave me an indication that US 30 will sell as well. So you could use these correlations to your advantage as well. So that's what I did. My RSI was showing me that the strength of the market was showing sales. So this was the early indication that US 30 could fall as well. So I just waited on I would say like the 15-minute time frame. I'm mad that I missed this potential second leg entry because this is a information. However, I was able to wait for the neckline to get broken and then pull my entry from here, and I caught about 2,000 pips off of this play. It ultimately, just like we talked about earlier too, look what happened at this support area. A reaction. So you're gonna get these little reactions that, you know, support or resistance. So support and resistance could be good areas for you to target or good areas for you to take the setup on. And that's pretty much what I did to make, you know, $3,000 plus in only what, 3 hours. So think about that, $3,000 in 3 hours. So pretty much that's $1,000 an hour. It's crazy. It's crazy, like how much potential, you know, Forex can have. All that you need to do is just really put in the work and don't give up. I know it sounds cliche, but if you really don't give up, then you're almost guaranteed to have success. You just got to put in the work and study, back test, and stick with the same strategy and have proper risk. And trust me, you'll be on your way. So really, really easy trading day on Friday. It was a really easy setup. So what I'm expecting now for this week, I'm expecting dollar to continue tanking. If you see here, we broke structure on a 4-hour time frame, retested, potentially will continue dropping down, creating lower highs. This will drive pairs like GU, EU to buy up. Hold on, let me go GU. Yeah, GU. As you can see, you got somewhat of an inverted head and shoulders pattern here. And we broke structure, broke this previous lower high, retest, and looking to go up. So what you could expect price to break above here, retest, continue to shoot higher and higher. For this week coming up, that's for GU. AU should be the same. Yep, exactly the same. Broke structure, retest, buying up. So once you're able to really understand market structure, which I have a video on my YouTube, you're really able to, you know, predict with a high probability where the market's going to go. So market structure is probably the most important thing that you guys, you know, should learn. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you want me to cover any topics regarding trading, just please leave it in the comment. And I'll make a video on those topics. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. That's it for this video. I'm out.